All right, we're back. Welcome back to Orphans. Uh, things are happening fast and furious right now, except for Nicolas. For Nicolas, kind of same old, just wandering around in the woods. But in the last part, the part before this, we learned that Wolf was dead. In the last part, we learned that Wolf was not dead and that he's in fact alive. In the part before this, right before we learned that Wolf was dead, we were sold on this story, or attempted to be sold on this story, that Wolf was a traitor. Of course it didn't work, because I am a fierce loyalist when it comes to Wolf, obviously. And immediately after we found out Wolf was alive, we came to discover that not only is White Rabbit a traitor, he's like the head traitor, like one of an important leader person within the Brotherhood in terms of, I don't know, recruitment. Recruitment and hacking, maybe. Punishment, doling out, search and seizure. I don't know what his title is. But he's not a good guy. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, Samuel and Ina are making their break for it. So that's everything that's happened in the last two parts. We haven't heard from Mika in a little bit. So, but we know he's out there. I say we haven't heard from him. We've heard him. Like in videos from Nicolas and maybe Jason, although I think that ended up being Tammy. All right. Now we're back. So Henry has combed over the chapel along with Carla, and he's saying that there's nothing here, nothing that would indicate a hiding place or anything, and he doesn't know where else to look. And I'm saying, don't care about that. Something's wrong with Nicolas. I think he's in trouble. I don't know why I do that. Like, he might be in trouble, but I don't know what they're supposed to do. What are they supposed to do about it? Goodness, what happened? Who cares? I mean, I'm saying, like, I need to go to the people in my human life and tell them how worried I am about Nicolas, and let Henry and Amber continue to focus on what they're trying to focus on. Right? The only way to help them, as we've previously established, is to exorcise the demon. And we can't do that if we can't find the incantations, or as Nicolas calls them, the documents. We have to find the documents. Goodness, what happened? I don't know. Something was after him in the forest. Contact suddenly broke off. I'm sorry for troubling you with this right now when you were in the middle of trying to... I'm afraid we have to assume... I'm afraid we have to assume the worst. Oh no, not Nicolas too. This might come across as inappropriate now, but we've got to focus on our task. And we can't find anything here. He's right, though. That's what I was saying. An altar, a few old chairs, relics, and an old water font. But no banishing spells. Henry's right. We really looked everywhere. Let's think harder. Did we miss anything? Whoa, Amber. Did we miss anything? Anything that could give us a clue? These texts in Sister Brown's room. They were all about light. Also, the voice in the room said something about light. How the hell is that supposed to help us, though? It's gotta mean something. The game is telling me that it means something because it's not letting me choose. Hang on. This picture of Judas in that note. Who said it was Judas? How did I know it was Judas? I didn't say it was Judas. Did I? I don't think Henry said it was Judas. Why do I know it's Judas? I mean, I know because I played the game before, but why do I, Indigo, know that it's Judas? You're right. Here, too, there's talk of turning to the light. This can't be a coincidence. Although I can't really make sense of it yet. The only light in this chapel falls through the windows onto the altar. But I checked the altar. I didn't notice anything. Please check again. Maybe you missed something? There has to be something. Okay. I'll be there any second. Together we will find them. It's done. I buried the skull. So it's over? Gosh, I thought you wouldn't make it, Jason. Then these poor souls will finally find peace. So it's over? Doesn't feel over. Yes, I hope these poor creatures finally find peace. And that Stefan didn't die in vain. Movement detected. Sure doesn't feel like they found peace. I don't think that counts as a jump scare, but it was still pretty spooky. Something's wrong. How can that be? It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. Oh my god. 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 Okay, sorry. Just working through all the voices. It's like when I go to a country where I don't know the language very well, I'll start speaking like every little tiny fragment of a language I've ever learned comes out. I'm like, I speak some German, I suddenly speak some Portuguese, I maybe even speak a few words in Japanese. Any word I have ever learned, a single word in another language just comes back to me, like if I'm grappling with trying to figure out the right word for a new language. And that's what's happening with my voices. I'm like trying to find the right one, and just every voice I might possibly ever have been able to do is coming out. Okay. Oh my god. This can't be happening. This monster, it's still out there. I'd like to think my voices have gotten a little more consistent, though. I think they have. Why is it not working? I don't know. Then it was all for nothing, wasn't it? Okay. All right, calm down. There's a lot of fatalism in this game. My boy is dead. It was in vain. Did he die for a myth? A lie? No, Jason, we must have missed something. Hang on, I have an idea. The remains were meant to be buried in hallowed ground at the feet of the Samaritan woman. That's right. Hallowed ground. Father John's remains at the feet of the Samaritan woman. Hallowed ground. Which means holy ground. Damn it, you're right. After all the years this cult has been operating, after all the years of sin and worship of devilish powers, years of darkness, how can even one place on this earth still be holy? This place was desecrated by the shameful acts that took place here. What am I going to do now? I'm not a priest, I'm not a saint. I can't consecrate this place. And out there is this monster. It's only a matter of time before it bursts through the door and rips me to pieces. We'll find a solution. I'll get right back to you. We have a font in a chapel. Feels significant. Oopsie. Bubba, are you serious? You had so many chances to go outside, and then mommy starts recording, and then you have to go outside. What do you have to say for yourself? Excuse me. What do you have to say for yourself? What do you have to say for yourself? Bubba. Bubba. Bubba? Is it serious? Is it serious? Oh, it's serious, huh? Is it serious? Okay. I guess it means I have to take you outside then, huh? Yeah? I have to take you outside, go potty? You couldn't have told me that before I started recording. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll be back. Sorry, I can't tell if Indy is jealous of the time I spend talking to my phone and like paying attention to my phone, or if she is just ready to be a star. I'm ready to be a star, darling. Just ready for my moment, mommy. I was promised stardom. You haven't even made me my own Instagram account, mommy. Okay. Anyway, what were we doing? Before we were so rudely interrupted by our little diva princess. I'll be there any second. Together we'll find them. Henry, you said something earlier about a holy water font. Didn't he just say a font? Yes, why are you asking? Do you think it would be good for like a church logo? Is it like a water font or like a holy font? Because I'm trying to figure out what kind of like use case I would have for it. Font as in fountain. Right. Not a font. Not like an Adobe font. Or like a Foundry font. Got it. Okay. Jason is in the mausoleum where Sister Brown is buried. They say if the bones of the tormentor are buried in hallowed ground, it'll redeem the souls of the orphans. Jason is at the grave and needs your help. They say if the bones of the tormentor are buried in hallowed ground, it will redeem the souls. Yes, what's your point? So Jason is in the mausoleum? Thanks, Amber. Thanks for filling in those holes for me. They were able to escape these animals? I was afraid they didn't make it. Who's they? It's just Jason. Sadly, only Jason made it. They shot Stefan. Stefan is dead. And Jason is stuck there and needs help. Stefan is dead and Jason is stuck there and needs help. Oh my God, that's terrible. What can we do? And Stefan is assuredly dead because Nicolas confirmed that. So what do you want to know about the holy water font? Don't be short with me, Henry. Yeah. What was that about, Indigo? No, that's not Southern. Yeah, what was that about, Indigo? Jeez. Yeah, what was that about, Indigo? I'm so sorry. Bless her heart. Yeah, what was that about, Indigo? The holy water. Only when the bones are buried in hallowed ground can the ghosts find peace. A clergyman could bless or consecrate the grounds, but Jason can't do it, so he needs the holy water. I understand. You could have gotten to that point sooner. But even if there's still some holy water in this font, we need the banishing spells. The demon is on his way here. If we don't manage to stop it... Yes, you're right. The smells are more important. Jason's going to die if we don't help him. What if you split up again? He needs help. What if you split up again? He needs help. I'll do it. I'll bring Jason the holy water. He lost his son and risked his life to help us. We can't let him down now. Absolutely right, Carla. But we don't even know yet if this water has any effect at all. No, it doesn't have any effect, Henry. It would have an affect. Wait. Doesn't have any effect at all. No, I think you're right. Who cares? This could be just as easily be condensation that has formed over time. Wow. Too bad I'm not editing this episode, because I would cut that little brain fart right out. But even the best fall down sometimes. We've got to try. Yeah. Henry, why are you being so negative about this? Especially when we have a volunteer who will help. And you have Amber on her way to you. Nicolas is on his way to you, maybe, sort of, kind of, eventually. You've got Ramona there with you. You have so many people there with you. Why are you being so negative about this? We don't even know if the incantations will work. But we're still searching as hard as we can to find them. Jason is believed in this enough, and Stefan believed in this enough that they took the chance to go toward the orphanage where they were almost certain to meet hostile ghosts to help with the situation, with the effort. And you're just being like, well, we don't even know if it's going to work. We don't know if any of this is going to work. We might have to shoot Mika in the head to get out of this situation. But we're taking chance after chance to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. And now all of a sudden, this is where he's drawing the line. This is crazy. You two keep looking for the spells. I'll go to the cemetery. Just as well, I always have my little hip flask with me. We'll take a proper sips each. And then I have a vessel with which I can transport the water. Or you could just dump it out, Carla. So can I tell Jason that help is on the way? Then let's hope the water will serve its purpose. Okay, but please be careful. Tammy's out there. So can I tell Jason that help is on the way? You bet. Pardon my language. What? Wait. You bet. Pardon my language. What? What? Is that an insult in German? Is you bet an insult when translated? Was something not translated? Is there something intranslatable here? Is there something lost in translation? Wait, Ramona. She wants to go. One of her comrades lies seriously injured in the cemetery. She said she wants to help him. And besides, she said she owed it to us after everything that happened. See, Henry, this is why we rescue people. Because sometimes they come in handy later. But also because it's the right thing to do, even if they don't come in handy. But also sometimes we get rewarded for doing the right thing, you know? Can we trust her? Isn't she injured too? Isn't she injured too? I think we can trust her. Wolf isn't intervening to tell us we can't, so I think we can. She said she can make it. No! Henry, stop it! Stop it! Stop! 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 Why doesn't Wolf make it so everyone else can see this? Stop! Stop! Stop. Let me talk. Let me say something. Let me say it. You sons of bitches. No, let's stop discussing everything. They said a bunch of stuff that she said she can make it. She seems to have realized that she was exploited by the wrong goals, and her injuries are nowhere near as bad as they initially seemed. But what if she's not as trustworthy as she pretends? You were the one who convinced me to save her. Yeah, I know, but still, she came here to kill us, Dad. Yeah, there's saving someone, and then there's entrusting them with a life or death mission, is Amber's point. You hurt her yourself, Amber. She didn't know what was going on here. Yes, I know. Dad. Still, I think it would be better if I went. I'm getting stir crazy down here. I was a demon. I was a Satanist for a long time. I should not be in a chapel. I know I'm converted now, back out of Satanism, but I am not ready to be in a chapel. It's too dangerous, Carla. I believe her, and she knows how to fight. She has better chances out there than any of us. Let's not discuss it any longer. The sooner Jason has the holy water, the sooner this will be over. You know what? Henry, Wolf, say what you will about them, but they are decisive and take action. Well, Amber does too. But I just appreciate it after so much well, what should I do, Indigo? We don't know what to do, Indigo. We can't take a step without you telling us what to do first. I mean, really telling us what not to do, because you tell us to take a step to the right and we're going to go to the left. Which isn't true. Samuel and Nina learned their lesson. I mean, they had to be kidnapped by Satanists first, but eventually they figured it out. And I'm being unfair. It's really only Jarek and Nicolas. And sometimes Sandy. Sometimes I think my thing stopped recording, and that's why I get silent, because I'm trying to see if the seconds are still ticking. Okay. True, good point. The sooner Jason has the holy water, the sooner this will be over. True, good point. It's only a matter of time before the ghosts come at us. You have to warn Ramona. The Brotherhood just read our chat, and they know that she will be heading to the mausoleum. I tried to interrupt, but you guys just blah, 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 blah. She says it doesn't matter now anyway. Even if there are still some of her comrades out there, they will not shoot at her. Also, she sent out an all alert bulletin thing to everyone, so I'm sure Brotherhood figured out what Ramona's position is. So it's only the ghosts that pose a threat. That's true. Any of us could be a target of the assassins. Is Amber in the chapel already? Or did she just go past where Amber is? I'm confused. Why is Amber reporting back from Ramona? Is she already on her way? We can't stop her anyway. Okay, I'll let Jason know. Okay, say thanks to Ramona for me. I hope she's as strong as she claims to be. Say thanks to Ramona for me. And I'll let Jason know. In the meantime, we should get back to finding the spells. Yes, we'll get in touch if we have news. Why do I have to hack now? What am I hacking for? Alright. I'll be back after I'm done with the hack. Alright, welcome back. We're done hacking. I forgot to come back for the last move, but we got, it looks like a restored conversation with someone named Tom Miller. I don't know who Tom Miller is. I'm assuming it's another Brotherhood person, but I really don't know. Chat recording loading. Henry? I read through the first few pages of your script earlier. What the hell are you doing? A cult that uses this power to rule the world? Is that a joke? Please believe me, I'm on to something really big. This is somebody writing to Fontz. A really big load of people want to read your ghost stories, and you come up with some conspiracy theories about a satanic cult? Why are you so against it? I told you several times that I wanted to break new ground with my next book. I'm done with the novels I wrote before. Was he writing novels? I didn't think he was writing novels. I thought he was writing accounts of his actual, ghost hunting experiences, including the one that he and Norma wrote together after The Sign, which was not a novel. You can't... I'm done with the novels I wrote before. I want to convince my readership I'm a serious writer. You can't think of anything better than a supposed elite that is secretly planning to overthrow the system? Yeah, it does sound kind of Illuminati-ish. What's next? Children imprisoned, stop it, in underground dungeons, and their blood tapped as a fountain of youth for some bigwigs? Vaccines that contain computer chips to enslave us all? You can't be serious, Henry. My research shows indisputably that this organization exists, and it has for centuries. It is more powerful than anything. Except, apparently, us, because we're going to stop them. Please spare me the details. We want to sell books, for heaven's sake, and you're our spooky Henry. Our ghost Henry, reporting on spooky encounters and sending shivers down people's spines. I know you believe in paranormal phenomena, and you want to open people's eyes, and your stories are selling well. That's what it is all about, Henry. But these stories are true, just as true as my research about this brotherhood. I don't care. Nobody is interested in that stuff. If you want to see how the other half lives, just turn on your TV. It's everywhere already. The topic is overused, Henry. But that's exactly my point. All these TV shows we're bombarded with on a daily basis, they turn us into zombies and we don't even realize it's happening. We're buying things we don't need, eating things that make us sick. Just look around you and you'll see that I'm right. It's not a surprise some teenagers get sick while trying desperately to look like a skinny supermodel, because they only see perfect bodies on the internet. One needs to think carefully whether you'd want to raise children in this world. What does that have to do with the cult, though? The cult sounds like you're on the side of the cult. You're paranoid, Henry. I'm sorry. Sorry. There is no such thing as an all-powerful brotherhood. And there are no ghosts or demons. But they sell books at least. If you want us to keep publishing your books, then write a story people expect. So we had Marco and Polo being like, we don't want your ghost stories. And now we have Tom Miller, the book publisher, being like, we want your ghost stories. Make up your damn minds, world. Are you threatening me? Think of me what you want. There is no way we're publishing this conspiracy. I expect a revised script on my desk in 4 weeks. Do you call, I guess, manuscript? It would be a manuscript. Do they shorten manuscript to script? I've never heard that. Recording ended. So Henry is a little desperate to prove that this brotherhood exists. it's everything is resting on this. So had we seen this conversation earlier, me and Jarek might have felt a little bad about trying to scoop him on the orphanage story. Oh, right, I had to tell I'm like, why? Right. Why did I hack? Why did I hack for Henry's chat stuff before I told Jason that Ramona was coming? Like, why did I stop to do that? Jason, help is on the way. No matter who's coming to help, they better be quick. This door won't hold much longer. Tammy, calm the F down. You have been inhabited by a screech owl. Time, turned up to 11. It's not an orphan child scream. That is a dying animal scream. Turned up to 11. Do you think we could end it by drenching the ground with holy water? Because that's what we're bringing you, is holy water. Yes, I think that could work. Where should we get the holy water from, though? That's what I just told you. Somebody's bringing you holy water. From the chapel in the orphanage. She's bringing it with her. I'm going to burp. Ugh. Excuse me. She, a woman? I hope she knows what she's getting into. There could be a few more of these killers around. I just heard another gunshot. It sounded close. There's still more killers around? We don't have to worry about the killers. Oh God, she used to be one of the assassins. Ew, this is gonna go down like lead in a balloon. You mean... No way. You're sending someone here who is partly responsible for my boy's death. I will rip her to pieces. That's what Nicolas told me he would do to me. Y'all need to stop using this threat for everything. Jason, I understand your anger, but it's different than you think. I know it sounds crazy. Don't do anything to her, please. I understand your anger, but it's different. Oh, that didn't go well. You don't understand anything. You think I don't understand anything? I survived the healing. I understand a lot. And me, the player, I survived the sign. They took my boy. I had to watch him die. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. She realized she's been working for the wrong people and she wants to make up for her mistakes. How does she want to do that? Can she bring my son back? Can she undo murder? Nope, she can't. No, but she can make sure that his death was not in vain. She can't do that, but she can help stop this nightmare. It wasn't her who killed your son. We don't actually know that. I don't think it was her, but it could have been. I don't actually know. No, but she can make sure that his death was not in vain. Call her back, Indigo. If she shows up here, I can't guarantee anything. You know, honestly, I don't care as long as we get the holy water. As long as we get the holy water in the ground, you guys just work it out. You just work it out between you. I mean, I know we went through all that to save her and to help her, but when you take on these, mercenary jobs, you have to expect that you're putting yourself at risk of a revenge killing. So either Jason's going to get dead or Ramona's going to get dead, but at the end of the day, we just need to stop the ghosts. Jason, please be reasonable. Without her help, you'll die too, Jason. She's the only one that can get you out of there, Jason. Without her help, you'll die too. I don't care. I've lost everything already.
Damn it. They're right on our heels. We don't know how to get out of here. There's nothing but forest.
Nothing but... Did she say forest? I don't know what she said. Damn, Indigo. How could you let this happen? I don't know. It was probably not very wise to let Ramona go. Should have been Carla. What were we thinking? Jason is beside himself. I don't get it. Ramona's risking her life to help him. She used to work for the people that killed his son. Oh, no. How could we have been so stupid? This poor man just lost his son. I'm from the south of London. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Now we expect him to get help from someone who thinks was involved with the people who killed his son. Understandably, he's angry. Jesus Christ, getting more cartoonish. You're right. We should have thought about this. Damn it. What did he say? That he's gonna kill her, Amber. He didn't just say, oh, shucks, this sucks. He said, I'm going to kill her. I can't guarantee that I'm not going to rip her to pieces. But Nicolas also told me he was going to rip me to pieces, and he hasn't done that. So, you know. Who else used that phrase? I forget who else. It's probably Mika. Talking about Nicolas, I think. Like Carlos said, he thinks Ramona is guilty to some extent. He won't let her help him, of course. He's furious, rightly so. He won't let her help him. Or he says he won't. So we have to expect these restless souls will continue to do their mischief. Think so, Carla. And that Tammy and Leon won't be saved either. You should have let me go. Too late for that now. We can only hope your friend comes to his senses, and that the two of them still manage to put an end to this. I know. I wouldn't bet on it, though. We'll be lucky if Jason doesn't break Ramona's neck. Yep. Pretty much how he put it, too. Yes, I agree. We have to warn Ramona. Pretty much how he put it, too. Can't change it. It's more important than ever that we find these texts. I hardly think we can walk around here for much longer without these ghosts targeting us. Good point. They seem to be done with the attackers. I haven't heard any screams or gunshots for a while. Still, we must remain calm and not rush into anything. Otherwise, we might miss some important clues, and that could cost us. Have you heard from them yet? Wolf, can I just, tell him I know and tell him to fuck off now? Because I'm tired of dealing with Lucian. I didn't like him at all in this playthrough. I liked him in the last one. I don't like him in this one. And I should like Lucian because he's Oscar Wilde's grandson's name. And in The Sims 4, when I named my Sims child Lucian, I did so because of Oscar Wilde's grandson, great-grandson. And he's one of my favorite of my Sims kids. So, of all the kids that my Sim had, Lucian is one of our favorites. She had 8 kids. Okay. She also had a kid named Fox. Because I was like, no one names their kid Wolf, but Fox would be funny. Anyway, have you heard from them yet? I'm still not receiving any signals. No, I have no clue what's going on. I'm afraid something happened to them. He was online for a minute but didn't react. I have no clue what's going on, Lucian. I've got so many other things that I'm dealing with right now. I'm starting to get worried. Why else should they not get in touch for so long? Why are you so worried about them? Like, why? Let me know straight away once you hear from them. What about Henry and his daughter? They were looking for those texts to stop the demon, right? Wolf, tell me I can stop. I'm just playing along with this game. I don't want to deal with this dummy anymore. I hate him. Or as Nicolas would say, I hate you. Yes, they haven't found them yet, but they will. That's right, we think they're somewhere in the orphanage. I'm worried they might be looking for something that doesn't exist. So you're not sure at all. And they're risking their lives because you think that's the way to stop the demon. No, because Henry thinks that's the way to stop the demon. And good luck stopping Henry. They shouldn't hang around there for long. This place is dangerous. This brotherhood avoids the orphanage like the devil avoids holy water. So the holy water should work. Thank you. I've heard many people have died there. Speaking about holy water, what do you mean you've heard many people have died there? You know that I know that the ghosts made quick work of the militiamen. Why do you keep forgetting? You are supposed to be some like mastermind genius, but like you can't keep your story straight about these assassins that were sent there. Like, I've heard many people have died there. Yeah, we just saw a bunch of them die together. we witnessed that together. Speaking about holy water, I heard Ramona wants to bring Jason the holy water. I'm happy he survived. And that apparently more and more people are realizing that working for these fanatics is a bad idea. I hope she will make it. If you actually succeed in giving peace to the souls, your friends at the orphanage will be safe for the time being. Jason will not be helped by someone who's partly responsible for his son's death. We still don't know if there's any truth to that. Yeah, I'm afraid that's the only chance. He won't be helped by someone who's partly responsible for his son's death. I'm getting a call. Of course you are. It's Black. I'll have to take this. TTYL Indigo. Wolf, haven't heard from you in a while. I miss you. Hey. Well, at least White still thinks we didn't catch anything. And we know Samuel and Ina are on the run. So they didn't walk into the trap as a village people. Village people. Not yet, at least. But they're obviously being followed. Tell them to stay offline or they're going to track them. Oh yeah, I did hear from Samuel and Ina. I just heard from Ina. I didn't even think I was lying to him. I was just like, I don't fucking know, Lucian. I literally just heard from Ina. I'm just so used to like corresponding with Samuel that like I forgot. I was like, no, I haven't heard from Samuel. I don't know what Samuel's doing. But then that 50% of Samuel and Ina is Ina. They're obviously being followed. Tell them to stay offline or they're going to track them. Why can't I tell them that? Where the hell are they? But they're obviously being followed. Maybe by Mika, though. I know. I told them to come online for a minute now and then. Just so I can tell them when the coast is clear. As soon as I manage to place a few interfering signals, they can't text them again without they can text again without risk. I just hope they can hide somewhere. We've got to help them. Ooh, I just threw up in my mouth. What are we going to do? They were obviously on their heels. What are we going to do? There's nothing we can do for them now, Indigo. All we can do is wait and hope they escape. As soon as one of them gets back to me, I hope I can give the all clear. I've got to continue. I'll be in touch as soon as I've positioned a few Samuels and Inas all over the place. I am Samuel. I am Ina. It's a reference. I am Jake. That's what that was a reference to. Then they'll know you're back, Wolf. But then Lucian will find out I knew all along. Then we're busted, Wolf. Then we're busted, Wolf. Not necessarily. I could be a genius hacker. Or Shadow. Yes. Can't wait to find out how Lucian will react. I might even add a few wolves just for the fun of it. I'm just wondering what they're up to now. Even the Brotherhood would benefit from Jason stopping these ghosts. That's a good point. Oh, I can't wait to tell Lucian off. Ooh, it's gonna feel so good. Ooh, I haven't gotten to tell anyone off in this game yet, and I am ready to just tear into someone. Lucian's gonna be that hit guy. What do you mean, how exactly? Because they could send more men to stop the others. Why the hell did they kill Stefan then? Because they could send more men to stop the others? So that's right. For decades, the Brotherhood couldn't step foot near the orphanage without paying the ultimate price. The spirits are vengeful after what's been done. No spirits, no problem. By the way, yeah, I'd love to hang out with you after all this is done. I would love to. Oh, right, Nicolas. I'm so sorry about Nicolas. But until we know for sure, we must not give hopes that he's still alive. I really have to keep working. Tutu well, Indigo. Bye, Wolf. I mean, Wolf. It's hopeless. There's nothing here. It's just an abandoned chapel. There has to be something. What about the altar? Did you take a closer look at the pulpit? There has to be something. Amber's there already? You've seen it yourself. There's a few chairs, an old pulpit, the altar. And I had a proper look at everything. Couldn't find anything that could help us. What if you missed something in Sister Brown's room after all? Let's think harder. We must be missing something. What if we're wrong all along? Let's think harder. We must be missing something. Because I still think it has something to do with eyes in the light. And he said the only light that shines through is the sunlight from the windows, which sounds exactly like the kind of light that was being described by the ghost voices. Or we're simply wrong and there's nothing here to be found at all. But the ways of the Lord are unsearchable. Not funny, Carla. Sorry, it's just my desperation. What are we going to do now? The spells were our only hope. I'm still convinced that Sister Brown wanted to tell us something with these quotations. Or maybe she was just an extremely devout elderly woman. She managed to ban Belial once. The banishing spells must exist. Please, no more remarks about women in their best years, young lady. Yeah. We tend to prefer... Never mind. Now let's take another look at what we've got. There's talk of turning to the light in order to free oneself from Satan. Sins would be forgiven, and one would have a place among those who belong to God. I know, Dad, we can read too. And there was the image of the betrayal of Jesus. Through a kiss, Judas revealed to the high priest who they were looking for. I don't see how this can help us. I do. Especially because of stuff that they're not telling me about this place. But if I'd known that, I'd be like, oh my God, feels so obvious. Sins are forgiven in a church or a chapel. Turn to the light. Are there candlesticks or something? Judas had sinned. There it says, you shall open their eyes, so that they may turn from darkness to light and come to God from the dominion of Satan. The sinners shall be forgiven. Absolution is usually given by a clergyman in a church or chapel. It could be another clue that we're in the right place. But why is there nothing here? Let's think again. Because it's got to be well and hidden. It's got to be well and truly hidden so that she can make sure it stays there for 84 years. Death has entered through our windows and arrived in our palaces, strangling children in the alleys and young people in the streets. I think that's pretty straightforward. Yes, she means Father John and his followers. But through the windows, yo! Which is also the only way that you said light comes into the chapel. Where does light come from? Windows. What is she referencing here? Windows. I've played a lot of seek and find games. The windows always play a role. She means they brought the death upon the children, and with them evil is taken hold. I agree. Palaces, the orphanage is everything but not a palace. Why through the windows? Ditto. Why through the GD windows? Probably just a paraphrase. Oh my God, yeah, of course. This means stuff, but this doesn't mean stuff. Because I said so. I'm afraid we're wasting our time, and we don't have any time left. There was another verse. I will instruct you and show you the way. I will guide you with my eyes. Eyes again. Show you the way. I will guide you with my eyes. Amber's right. This is a dead end. Eyes. I guess it's not unusual that eyes guide you. I just don't know how a dead person is going to do it. Through a painting, through a picture, through jewels in a statue, any number of ways. Have you not played Adventure Escapes games? Did you not watch Aladdin? Wasn't the eye the thing that he moved? Wasn't it an eye that Abu tried to take out of the thing that caused the Cave of Wonders to close? I don't know. These quotations are our last chance. We must not give up now. I'm totally lost. Wait a minute. That children's voice earlier. Yes, Henry. I don't want to play this again.
He has turned away from the warmth of the light and has entered the cold of darkness. He must look into the face of the sun and be blinded by its rays. The light should be reflected in his eyes. This is the only way he will find peace.
Yes! Face of the sun. Sun has been shining in that place. What is that girl talking about? Face of the sun. Sun? Sorry, but to be fair, it could also be sun, S-O-N. The sun hasn't been shining in that place for ages. That's what I could have said, but I didn't. Because I'm not negative Nancy today. Except for the light from our cell phones and the little bit of moonlight coming through the windows. It's pitch black here. Because it's not sunny out. It's nighttime. The sun hasn't shined in there since a few hours ago when it was daytime, Amber. What do you think, Henry? The sun is the basis of all life. It's worshipped in various religions. Even in Christianity, it represents a symbol of God. It's also a homophone for another symbol of Christianity, which is the sun, S-O-N. Yes, but this place has been covered in darkness and fog for decades. And since we only have audio, we don't actually know which one she said. If she said sun with a U or sun with an O, given that in a chapel both could be like a reasonable interpretation. There's probably multiple depictions of the sun, S-O-N, all over the place. God has left this place long ago. Are you sure about that? There's not a single picture of Jesus? A cross? I thought there was a cross, like up by the altar, right? Wasn't there? I think Amber's right. Wait, turn to the light. Illuminate something that was in darkness. Amber, the windows. Maybe that's the clue. Amber, the windows. Maybe that's the clue. You're right, Indigo. I've been saying this the whole time. Turn to the light. Death has entered through our windows. You all need to play more games. Illuminate something that was in the darkness. She's probably talking about the windows. Well, they're just ordinary church windows with men drawn on them. They're stained glass windows with people on them who have eyes, Amber. They're windows with eyes. We're talking about windows and light and eyes. And she's like, I don't see anything that can help us here. Seriously. When I saw this, I was just like, really? You didn't think to mention that the windows are stained glass windows with depictions of human people on them who have eyes? They're probably saints who have eyes. Not to sound like a broken record, but it's not like a Hall of Justice where she's blinded. These men all have eyes. Any ideas who they are? Maybe they're all specific saints. I don't know much about religion. Maybe they're specific saints. And one of them could be, I don't know, Judas. Well, I have no clue who they could be. Sorry. I don't know either. If the sister's notes were really clues, she could have meant the apostles. Or the one in the picture, with Jesus in the picture. Could have. Great. Amber, you're being a bit exhausting. Sorry. If you don't have better suggestion, please let's carry on with this thought. It's okay. Sorry, Dad. The situation's stressing me out. There was one photo in Sister Brown's room. It showed Judas, one of the apostles, who's also the one who's depicted in the picture I sent them, apparently. I guess he could be on one of the windows as well. Which one? On which one, though? They all look the same to me. What about the dates? 80 NCHR. I don't know what that means, though. Maybe they can give us a clue. You mean apart from letting us know when they died? Maybe that really is the clue. If we assume that these are indeed the death dates, then we could figure out who they are. Okay, that's possible. Indigo, we need your help. That's what I'm here for, y'all. Just a sec, I'll look online. You want me to look for the year that Judas died? I'll see what I can do. What should I look for exactly? You want me to look for the year that Judas died? Exactly. As far as I know, he hanged himself. Betrayal and suicide. I mean, unaliving. And still a window in a church. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Perhaps this is exactly the reason why he should give us a clue. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus, and now hopefully he will betray the one without light. Indigo, you know what might be helpful for your search? There was another Judas among the apostles, Judas Thaddeus, but he was not the one who betrayed Jesus. Perhaps first enter date Judas died, or when did Judas die? I hope you'll find something. I hope so too. But it's been about an hour. We're making some progress. I swear I remember it taking so much longer to get them to think about the windows and the eyes than they did here. I swear it was like there would be a dead end, and then we'd have to go and talk to Samuel and Ina, and we'd have to go and talk to Jason, and we'd have to talk to so-and-so. I remember it being so much more drawn out and tedious for this part. It's going much quicker than I remember. And thank God, because it feels at some point it's like you're being deliberately obtuse. You're looking around this church and you're seeing stained glass windows with people in them and eyes. And you're and your dad leaves you riddles. At the beginning, Amber's my dad leaves me riddles all the time. I can't figure this one out. So it's not like this type of thinking is new to you. So you're just drawing it out for the sake of continuing the game. Which I understand to some extent you'll always have to do that in games like these, but at some point it's maddening to deal with people who are this intentionally oblivious, especially when they're really smart people. 3 really smart people in a room who can't figure out that sometimes eyes mean eyes. They're not a metaphor. They literally mean eyes. All right. Well, anyway, so I will find out next time. I feel like we're getting somewhere. We're finally getting somewhere, and I feel like we're coming up to the end very slowly. I mean, there are many. I think this is going to be a long episode in general, but all right. Well, till the next time. Ta-ta!